This book made me laugh multiple times. It made me cry. It well and truly pulled my heart out of my chest and showed it to me. Are they Watchers, Guardians of the Green Lantern? Something like that.
Hello?
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing a little November reset, so I am going to show you the books that I plan on reading during November, and we're also going to set up my bullet journal for the rest of the month. I'm very happy with the books that I have selected, two of which I technically have already started reading. Nevertheless, it looks like it's going to be a good reading month. I'm speaking quietly because it is 10 AM on a Sunday morning, so let's quietly talk about the books that I would like to read during the month of November. I thought I would make good use of my fireplace and my lovely candles that I have going here. So let's talk about the books. As you can see, I did not get round to reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe during the month of October, but that's okay because we still had a really good reading month. I still very much want to read this. I am excited about it. If you are new to my channel, I don't have many books at all on my physical TBR. I just counted this morning, and excluding these books that I want to read in November, I only have 11 books on my TBR. I will definitely read this because every single book counts in my opinion, and it is, again, such a gorgeous cover. I very much love it and I've spoken about it many times. I actually start reading a couple pages from this book, Going Home by Harriet Evans, and I really enjoyed the first few pages. It read a lot like a Marianne Keyes. Harriet Evans writes in a really similar way to Marianne Keyes, and I loved her book Watermelon. Like, that is a 5-star book for me, and I really want to buy her other books. I haven't gotten around to it, but anyway, in the meantime, I do really want to read this, and I think it's going to be really fun, light-hearted type of book to read during November, so I am really looking forward to getting into this. I put this book, Mansfield Park by Jane Austen, on my TBR for this month only this morning, and it was more just because I like to have some variety in my TBR, because I'm very much like a mood reader. You can give me a physical TBR, but I need to be able to bounce between books. So some books I start, I read like 30 pages and I put it down and I pick up another book, but that's always how I've been, and I enjoy reading that way because it keeps me entertained. So I put this on my physical TBR because I thought I am actually in the mood for a Jane Austen book relatively soon, so I'm going to read this. It's going to take me a while though, because as you can see, the font is really small, but that's not going to discourage me. As far as I am aware, this is also on Audible, so I think I will take advantage of that. And this month I'm coming round to my reread of my favourite book of all time, My Grandmother Sends Her Regards and Apologises by Frederick Backman. This was the book that I view, in my opinion, essentially turned my life around. I know that sounds really dramatic, but when I read this book 8 years ago on my honeymoon, I remembered how much I love books and reading, and it dawned on me how much I needed to invest my time in books. So as of that moment, I started to slowly read more, and then I think it was like 4 years later I started writing my first book, which, by the way, is still coming. It'll probably be 2025 by now, but it is definitely coming, I promise you that. This book made me laugh multiple times, it made me cry, it well and truly pulled my heart out of my chest and showed it to me. And I really can't wait to read this because I love a book that gets you so worked up like that, because it really helps you to remember what you love about reading and what you love about literature, and for me, what I love about writing. So, cannot wait to get into this. Can't stress it enough, can't recommend this book enough. And you have also seen these books on my physical TBR. These are here because I am working my way through them, slowly working my way through Earthsea, but because, as you can see here, we have 2 graphic novels, I'm hoping that I will get through my other books really quickly, and then I can have like maybe a week of going through this. And as you can see, I'm annotating this book, and I do love the process, and I love Ursula K. Le Guin's writing so far. It is just unlike anything I've ever read before. So my enthusiasm for this book has not withered. I am just taking my time, and we will do a little bit of annotating of this book in this video later on, so I hope you enjoy that. I have started The Secret History. I am 70 pages in so far. Wow, it is really got me hooked, and all I want to do right now is read this book. Yesterday I read for like about an hour straight of this, and I really enjoyed it. I am just taking my time because it is quite wordy considering it's Donna Tartt. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less. This is a very long book, so hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get through it, but I do have quite a lot of momentum going for this book right now. So we're going to keep reading this month. This will probably be the first book on my physical TBR that I complete. This or one of the graphic novels. Just move those out the way so that we can talk about these. I cannot wait to get into these 2 graphic novels because I read my first one last month, which you will see in a upcoming bookish vlog, and I absolutely loved it. It was such a fun way to spice up my reading month, so I can't wait to read about Wonder Woman. I mean, I love her. She's basically like every woman's hero. I think she is phenomenal, and I can't wait to read this more than the Green Lantern. But I picked this up because it was in my library, and I recently watched the Green Lantern movie, so I'm kind of playing around with that right now. I don't really know what's gotten into me. The premise of, like, I don't know what they're called. Are they called like the Green Lanterns, like the people in general? Like, I can't quite think what it is. Oh, are they Watchers, Guardians of the Green Lantern? Something like that. But anyway, I find the premise of this part of the DC universe really interesting. I think that's why I picked up the graphic novel, because when I was trying to pay attention to the details in the Green Lantern movie, there were parts of the backstory that I would have really liked the movie to go into more, and I think I'm not alone in that. So I saw this in the library. I thought, you know what, why not? And also it'll only take me like 30 minutes to get through this, maybe an hour, something like that. So I had to pick it up. I had to, and I am glad that I did, because it's one more book to add to my TBR for the month. These are all the books that we are hoping to get to in the month of November. very, very excited. Every time now that I've started doing these types of videos, it does get me psyched for the reading month, so it's great. I'm having a good time. My reading over the last couple weeks, I would say, has slowed down in the sense of my mood overall hasn't been very good, so my reading has slowed, but nevertheless my reading experience has still been good. I wouldn't call it a book slump, I would just say that in my personal life I'm having a bit of a difficult time with my mental headspace. But the fact that I read so much of Secret History yesterday has given me hope that things are going to pick up, speed up a little bit more. Happy about what we have going on here, and now I'm going to set up my bullet journal. I'm going to maybe do like a couple weekly spreads, just get my bullet journal / reading journal looking tip top for the month ahead. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do some annotating of Earthsea. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the vibes going on with this channel, please subscribe because I would absolutely love to see you again. Your comments mean the world to me, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you on my small little YouTube channel. So thank you for watching. I love you to the moon and back, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.